Yes, it's up.
And how's the screen layout?
Looks okay, actually.
Right, I'm actually doing this in 1080p. I've downgraded everything. But just let me see what my graphics and processor is. The processor should be right down to minimum. No, the processor is actually high because there's a lot of background stuff here. Processor is 51, so that's not bad. Wow. Graphics 14%. This is acceptable. But for low resolution like this, it's not. But you're gonna like this. I came here before, right? I seen so many crash ships, it was unbelievable. How the air balloons come up?
Yeah, they look okay.
Yeah, I know it's a bit in low resolution, but what I didn't have to rewrite the whole lot. I just grouped them. Check this out. The first of the holograms since I've been playing the game.
This terminal is experiencing technical difficulties. We apologize for any inconvenience.
That's scary.
Freaky. But it's the first idea what the carrot's going to have when they're coming up. They're going to be showing ships, and the 600 has got these in there already. You know what I mean? But here's all the chips in Grim Hex. Do you know where the trading place is? Where you do your trading? It's the next one along from that. I'm going to buy 2 of each chip. Because Grim Hex is a place I don't really like. So I don't want to be coming back here in a hurry. That's expensive. These chips will be okay to the next year when the Mercury come out.
From what I read, most expensive ones, like the Ripper, they work quicker.
Yeah. But it's not about the speed, how quick they work, it's how to use them so you've got a success. There's loads to buy.
Yes, but I think you can only use certain ones at certain locations.
And what I want to find out is, can you only use them once? Because for what they are, they're bloody expensive. And I've not seen I've not actually seen a mission yet that actually pays more than 8,000, 10,000. And then you got the cost.
So basically.
Then you've got the Then you've got the cost of the fuel, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also if you're buying the Ripper and you're getting that back, all you've paid for is the price of the actual crypto key,
Yes,
not
but
the fuel itself.
no. As I said to you before, I'm not too sure. When you use the crypto key, do you keep it? If you keep it, it's expensive. But if you don't keep it, it's expensive for 8,000. You know what I mean? Now, if you only buy it once and you can keep it, then yes, it's worth its weight in gold. But I actually see missions for this actually for the Brood Boys. What do you call it? The Freelancers, sorry.
Yeah. The only way this could be profitable is if you buy the keys and we're all doing like comrades and what have you, and we're not using more than one lot of fuel.
Negative, not quite. You see, the way I see it, yes, that's one what they call it. But no, how this would work, right? You send one of the, I keep saying Brood Boys. You send one of the freelancers to turn off the comm array missions. The comm array mission to turn off the comm, while the rest there go and infiltrate the camps. You know what I mean? So they don't get the what they call. That's how it would work. You know what I mean? So basically, it's now coming down to team play. If they're going to do it for themselves, it's time consuming and it's not really worth it. I know what you're thinking, one person, you know what I mean, but this is not a game for one person. If they want to play one person, they shouldn't buy these big cruise ships with 2, 3 and 4 people. They should stick to the little small ships that carry one, like I discussed with you earlier, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
they
no,
got,
that's not what I meant.
I know what you meant, and I did explain, but I don't think you heard what I said. You're still focused one person or whatnot, because the way you're speaking it sounds the same. But no, what I'm saying, because don't forget, I don't think when I'm playing these games, I don't think of one person playing, I think of a group. So when I'm talking about profits, I'm thinking 10 times the amount in the same time it would take for one person to do it. But don't forget, the players at the moment still thinking, I want my own this and I want my own that. You know what I mean? And they can do it for just normal casual play. But group activities, which is hard to come by, because one thing, CIG won't let the multi-roles come in, because the ships have got multi-roles. They're giving out the ships, but they just won't turn on the science stations for it to work. It's there because it works in the hammerhead, and it works in the what's the other ship? The Cutlass Black. But all the other ships, to what I've seen, they don't work. They used to work, but they don't work. So group play activity is being killed. So the point at the moment, they're selling these big ships and say, yeah, they'll get round to it. But there is more group activity today that want to do group play. You know what I mean? But because you can't get the guys to play half the time, I've developed voice attack to use as my co-pilot to do certain things within its limitations. But I know what you're saying, but I don't think you follow what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because you still, in a way, not meaning in a bad way, you still think as a single player, I buy my own ship and I fly and I'm going to put NPCs in there. NPCs at the end of the day are there to help. You know what I mean? So you get the knowledge of the game, and then when you've got the knowledge of the game, then, and somebody comes along in time, you then develop a relationship with that person, and then you are playing as 2 people. So it's 2 people on the ship and not the NPCs. But obviously, like I said, these big ships or whatnot, it's not there. So the NPCs are to make it easy. It's not there, oh, that's the way it's going to be, because it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? The computers at the end of the day, or yes, use your word, androids. I know where you're coming from, but I don't really think you're focusing on what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because don't forget, I've always been into team play. I've always been into multi-role play. But trying to explain to these guys, oh, I'm not going to let nobody on my ship because they'll blow it up. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? When you're not giving the guys time to learn to fly these ships, learn to take off and whatnot. Well, I'm going to put 1 million credits in there because I'm going to lose it. But if they work together, they'll make it back in such a short space of time that it takes. You know what I mean? There's a heck of a lot there where it goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, for instance, right, we've all been buying ships in the game. Well, what's happened now, right, we spent our money in the game. Now Chris is now let the ships come out for free. The first ship I'm going to buy, because obviously I said to some of the guys in our group, don't buy the ships, okay? You know what I mean? The ships will come in game for free. I'm going to work 6 million, okay? When I work the 6 million in a couple of days, the first thing I'm going to buy, but I'm not going to buy, I'm going to give to one of the guys so they can go buy a caterpillar. So now you've got 2 logistics qualified people in there that wants to do the logistics. You know what I mean? And then another one, buy another caterpillar. Then they've got 3 logistics. If the 3 guys work together, the credits they make can supply everybody. But these guys are thinking, well, I want the credits to keep for myself. And it's going to be in a circle, but if they work together, they've got the ships there now because we bought the ships in the beginning and we've used them ships there to make the credits. Now that we've made the credits, take the credits, buy 2 caterpillars, give it to the 2 logistics officer, that's you, and who's the other one? What's the other guy? Dot. Yeah. They take their time to develop their logistics skills, you know what I mean, because they will share the credits and then say, well, okay, we need another officer to do something else. Okay, what ship do you need? Okay, because we're the logistics officer, we've got the tools now. The tools are the ship to go bring them credits in such a short space of time. What do you want? Well, we want security. Oh, security. Down to the logistics officer again. Well, security, you're going to need armor. You're going to need small ships. You're going to need the Valkyrie, etc. You know what I mean? Because they're in the position to make the credits because they are logistics. Remember, one person can't do it all. You can't expect a person in an Aurora to make 6 million in a few days. That ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? It's going to take them weeks, which is understandable. But if they team up and work with the guys, they can make it back in no time. But all they want to do is go shoot them up, which is okay. But at the end of the day, they're going to be broke. Why? Because they haven't got the credits. And if they haven't got the credits, they're not going to play. You know what I mean? And if they're not going to play, they're going to wait till the next patch and the same thing's going to happen. I've seen in our group, oh, I've got no credits. So we give the guys the credits. We went bankrupt. You know what I mean? Because we was giving the guys the credits, but they didn't want to play as a team. They wanted to do their own thing. And because of this, right, they didn't want to share. I want to do this, I want to do this. One person wanted to do everything. So because of that, people were dying, nobody was making no credit, and it just got boring. Because we've got, how many we got in our org now? It's about 40 people, but we've got 6 dedicated people in there that want to play. So they come first all the time. When these other guys get the idea, then they can come on, they can play and whatnot. But if they don't want to play, it's not a problem. They can act as a freelancer. No, not as a freelancer, as a civilian. Because if they haven't got the albums in our group, they are civilians. You know what I mean? If they've got the albums in our group and they don't want to play as a team, they are freelancers. They're still free to do what they want. But if they want to play as a group, they get other perks in the game. Because I'm now learning what science is in the game, but I didn't know it. You know what I mean? Science is working with shields, working with this, working with that, working with all sorts. Engineering's in the game, but the mechanic's not there. But you can only operate the engineer if you own the ships, and then you can swap the guns over. It's all there, but the guys don't seem to sit down and work it out. Well, I'm not playing until it's in the game. You can create your own role play and bring them into the game, so you've got an idea, so you don't get bored. But at the moment, most of the players, I don't mean to be rude, but they're just selfish because it's the way they've been brought up. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in an insulting way. Just think about it. You've got £100 right there. You're going to look after number one, which is okay. But you want more. If I said to you, come and do this with me, oh, I'm busy. But if I said, oh, here's 100 credits, you're going to take the 100 credits and you're going to do your own thing and you're still busy. But, you know what I mean? Because they just don't want to share. And that's not being That's just the way life is. But at the end of the day, they have to trust their partners and who they're working with. Soon, what's coming into the game, right? Okay, you got a team of yours of 4 or 5. That's okay. You know what I mean? Now, suppose you got something like the Kraken or the AORUS. You spend weeks there now, buying all these equipments, putting them in the ships. You're not going to let nobody fly the ships. Well, I can understand that, but okay, let's look at the, well, anyway, look at the merchantmen and all them big ships. They're not going to be 6 and 7 people. People's going to be coming and going all the time. And what's going to happen? They're going to start pinching these things and pinching those stuff. It's like someone going into your house and lifting half your freaking property. You're going to get pissed. People's going to fall out. So you're going to have security on there to make sure they don't do these things. But if they want to take part, they can take part. Yes, there's so much extra amount of credits. Can you do this? Yeah, okay, no problem. There's the credits. Come back when you've done it, and then we'll see what we can do. You know what I mean? But look at, we got persistence now. We had a guy the other day. I let him into my habitat or my room. I said, don't touch anything. He was only playing. You know what I mean? He touched it. He lost it. Now, if I bought that with real money, I would have been pretty upset because that was real cash I spent for that. You know what I mean? Not credits I bought in the game. These things is into the future, but they need to realize it now while the game is being developed so they can work things around. And I don't mean CIG developing these things, us as players at the end of the day, because the way I see it, nobody's going to let them in their ships, and if they don't think how they're going to play it. Now let's see how, what they call it. I do a lot of theory crafting, you know what I mean? I don't see what's in front of me. I always think ahead. Let's see what the process is doing now since I've turned everything down. Right, the processors average at 51% at 1080p. That's still very, well, I'm in the PTU. But the graphics now is 30% and still decent graphics, but I couldn't do this on my normal settings because I'd crash all the bloody time. And then when the game goes live, I've got to turn everything back up again. I think while I'm there, I'm going to do some window shopping. When I was coming in here, a lot of ships had crash landed. Oh wait a minute, this is what I was going to do. But what I need now, I need rudder pedals for the turbulences. Now that I've got the hover mode in. Right. So where do these things go? Ah! Yes, it's looking me right in my face. How did I get sick? Oh, there must be doubles in there. Instructions for how? I can't read from this distance with this bad text.
Instructions for how to build this simple crypto key were first published publicly in 2887 by political activist AORUS Walisco, who had hoped that it would lead to greater government transparency, though not up to the standards of most modern security protocols. This slow and unreliable device, it is still in use today. owing its to ease of construction and wide availability from numerous small manufacturers.
I'm actually squinting my eye here to see this, and I'm sat on the other side of the room.
I just picked the screen up so I could read it.
Well, oh, and what are you using, tablet or your mobile phone?
Laptop. So I just like full screened and I could read it.
Okay, you're gonna have to show me that one. Right, so you put these in there. Well, I'll get myself some weapons while I'm in here, 'cause I don't really like coming here. And since I've turned my settings right down to basics, I haven't crashed. I might have to go down even smaller, turn it down even more, 'cause I don't like the way the processor is at the moment. And what I want to do is try and transfer some of the process power into the graphics cards, because they're not being used at the moment. Yesterday, this was ridiculous, but the processor is still too high. It's running at 50%, still too high. Half of this can be traveled through the graphics cards. And then what I'm going to do is delete half of Star Citizen stuff, and then channel that through the RAM drive to get the speeds back up again. That should cut down the coolest and speed my PC back up to normal. The internet at the moment is uploading at 18. Now, because I'm using low graphics, I'm going to lower that down to about 10. So I've got another 10k to mess around with, because that can actually crash my PC. So that needs to be lowered. I don't need that much for this low resolution graphics, because my internet connection is 21 upload. You know what I mean? But this is peaking at 17. If we went any higher, the game would definitely crash. So I think in the next patch I won't stream in 4K. I will stream in 2K. And I'll turn this down by about 15%, so it stays at 10. So there's another 8K of internet, 8 megabits for upload stream, not download. I've got plenty of download stream because it's not even being used. As you can see, it's not even being used, and I've got 56k in download, but I've got 21k in upload, and that is like it's used about 70% of my internet bandwidth. Ow, that knocked my ears out.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Actually, I thought I had myself muted. Sorry.
But I know this looks like it's laggy there now, but in a couple of hours when it's decrypted itself, there'll be no lag there at all. It shouldn't be. Must be a lonely life for him. He must have been one of the greedy ones. So I'm not going to focus on buying the 890 jumping game first. Just get the carrots out. I mean the caterpillars. Because after this patch, I don't think they're going to be doing a server wipe for at least 6 to 9 months. That was a shop. Graphics are bad. Everything's going through my SSD at the moment. But the processing power is pretty high at the moment, which I can see for myself. I just need to be that high. Need to turn these arm pins off my ears a bit. It's making me deaf. I shouldn't be window shopping, I should be testing these keys out. But I just don't want to come back here again. He hasn't got what I'm looking for here. Yesterday, all I wanted to do was test out the shields. But I just couldn't get in there without crashing. It was just ridiculous yesterday. Like I was saying to you, it wasn't all CIG. I mean, it was down to, well, PTU is running 30% above average. I mean, that's what causes these problems. Where am I? Bedroom. I still think let's find a door that's open. Need to find the rooms that are open. I've noticed in some of these rooms they've got coordinates in here, and they've had them since 2.6, and they have to have a meaning. Anyway, I don't want to spend too much time here anyway. There's a lot of new size 3 shield generators coming out. They're not out in area 18. We won't see them until just after Christmas when Crusader comes out. I want one of these. I want size 6. Will be tested on the 600i. Size 5 on some spares. Now my distortion cannons. I've been wanting to test these for days. And the missiles will go with it. I'm not going back to Hurston. Get off this rock. I'm going to use the 300 series as my short trip transportation ship. And the reason why I'm going to use that because the canopies don't open and eject you out your seat. Oh, get up here. Wait a minute. There should be some missions in there, shouldn't there? Should be in the maintenance. Let's get off this rock. I need rudder pedals. You're going to see a lot of crashed ships out here in a minute. Landing pad 3. Now I won't go that way, I'll go up here. Turbulence up there, that's not a freelance, what's it called again? Oh, they've moved them, so where's my ship? You see them there? Oh. Oh boy. Better not damage my ship, mate. Set things up before I go in here. Go back to PO to start off with. No, go back to PO, land there, then take back off again.
When you say PO, it sounds like something else.
Yes, typical. Shut up and put all this stuff. Someone's been in my ship.
How can you tell?
Because the bed's out.
Oh.
I'm trying to find out how to close it. Let's see if he's hiding in the toilet. Activate systems. Activate systems. Activate star map.
At your service. Core system operational.
It's going to be tricky coming out here with all this turbulence. Deactivate star map.
Contact.
Speed 3 clicks.
Roger.
Okay. Oh shit. Down.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Right. Engines off. Now we're going to run this one down. Speed 1 click.
Roger.
Engines on.
Warning, you are blocking an active flight.
Come on, girl.
We're sorry. You exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return your
Engines
ship to
off.
storage.
Engine off. Power off. He's going to give me a fine.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area.
I'm trying, I'm
Thank you for your
trying.
cooperation.
I found another way to take off. What should I use? What should I use? You cheeky get. It wasn't my fault. You shouldn't have found me for that. That head tracking's working again. I don't know how to turn it off. into the key bindings on that. I don't want to press too many keys. Right, it's working now. I don't know how I did that, but it's working now. So it has to be one of them F10 keys, function keys. I think it's safer for me to use a constellation. It's in a separate pad.
I'm sorry, we have no available landing bays. Your request has been processed and your ship will be delivered in the next available hangar.
My shrimp will be delayed in the next available hammer.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship
Let's see
at
what's
this
happening.
time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship.
Right, that's why I got to wait. Well, he seems to have a good landing. Let's see how he's going to take off. How should I try taking off? I don't have rudder pedals. I can't stroof right up because I'll hit a rock. I don't think I've got a choice. It's going to put me right back there. What's the biggest, smallest ship I've got? It would actually be the Valkyrie. That can go on small landing pads because of its wheels. Where is it? There we are.
I'm sorry, we have no available
Oh,
landing
give me a
bays.
break.
Your request has been processed and your ship will be delivered in the next available hangar.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship.
Lovely Freelancer. That's got bad visibility.
I'm sorry. We have no available landing bays. Your request has been processed and your ship will be delivered in the next available hangar.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship.
Prospector. That's too big. I don't want the V20i. Ah! This will do it.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Don't shoot me, I don't want none of those stray bullets, mate. Okay, Aurora, don't let me down now. Activate systems. Activate systems. Speed
Welcome
2
to
clicks.
Roberts Space Industries.
Roger.
Enjoy them.
What's around? Come on, you can do it. Speed 3 clicks.
Roger.
Speed 4 clicks.
Roger.
Speed 5 clicks.
Roger.
Speed 1/3.
Roger.
Speed 2/3.
Roger.
Full speed.
Roger.
Activate main engines.
Roger.
Come, let's go home. Deactivate star map. Deactivate star map. Activate clusters.
Roger.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive is now on. Landing gear raised.
No, I'm not going on. I'm going PO first.
Radar contact. Radar contact. Quantum drive is now off.
It's got the sickness bug too. It's spreading. Lower landing gear.
Roger.
Landing gear deployed.
All the ships. I'd rather land here and crash than go back to Grim Hex. The whole universe is infected.
Roger.
Speed 4 clicks.
Roger.
It's like watching Star Trek Redemption. Speed 5 clicks. Speed 5 clicks.
Roger.
It's gonna be a bumpy landing.
Proceed to assigned landing bay.
Speed 3 clicks.
Roger.
Speed 4 clicks.
Roger.
Speed 2 clicks.
Roger.
Activate landing procedure. Activate landing procedure. Activate landing procedure. What's going on here?
That request has already been granted.
Yeah, I know, but you think it... Oh, that's why. Don't you dare touch me, mate. Activate landing procedure. The whole of space is being warped. Engines off.
Landing complete.
Whoa!
Doesn't
Engines
say.
are off.
Whoa, that was close. Power off.
Weapons system is off.
If the whole of space is like this, I'm not going to be able to use them hacking chips. It's too dangerous. Oh, reason being, I can get out the ship, but I ain't going to get back in it. Got me here safely, the old faithful Aurora. Right, okay. I guess it's a bit stupid me taking out the 600 I know. Where is it? Won't be long, so just give me 2 seconds, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Can you see how difficult it is now to land? Got this bloody headache. Let's take a couple of these holidays. get onto the 600i? That's the question. Yes, because I've got no lift stairs to climb, so the Valkyrie's out of the question. That ship should do it. It's got a ramp. Go on, go with the 6i. You can only let me down once.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
I don't think I'll fly there because of the turbulence, so I'll walk.
Unfortunately, our automated system is unable to access that ship at this time. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please try again later, or select a different ship.
Don't think space is okay, because it's not. This is just deceiving. Open the door.
They don't want to.
I've been trapped in this ship for about 6 hours the other day, do you remember? And then when I dig, and then when,
the 600i!
yeah, in the cat, wait 1 minute. Activate systems.
Origin jump works. At your
Speed
service.
3 clicks.
Core system
Roger.
operational. Launch complete.
Speed 5 clicks.
Roger.
Oh, it's okay. Full speed.
Roger.
Activate engines. Activate main engines.
Roger.
Raise landing gear.
Roger.
Landing gear.
Bye bye, P.O. See you later. Activate star map. Let's go for a little tour. Where should we go? Space is unknown. Activate thrusters.
Roger.
Divert power to the engines. Point of interest.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive activated.
Well, like I said, I'd rather crash here than crash at a Mercury Max. Let's check the PIC processor. Let's see what's happening. It is very high. I need to turn that down. Got a graphic spike. Right up here. Okay, no probs. Let's see what we have. That's a lot of server traffic. Quick, I get this game back into run, the better. That's how long it takes me to load this game in off the SSD now.
Operational.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Contact.
Full scan.
Scanning for all ships.
Where was we going first? We're going to a rest stop. Can't see him now. There. Point of interest.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive activated.
You know what I'm going to do, little miss?
What's that?
I'm going to take the ship deep into space. And I'm going to leave
Okay.
it there. And then I won't crash then. Away from civilization. Stay away from all human infections.
You're an idiot.
I was born that way.
Well, I wasn't gonna say.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to brag.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Come on, you're taking too long. I'm going to hit it soon. Point of interest.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
Full speed.
Roger.
Activate main engines.
Roger.
Contact.
Select enemy. Activate thrusters.
Roger.
Divert power to the shields. That's the wrong one.
Contact.
I don't want no one shooting me in the backside. Next enemy. Next enemy. Full scan.
Scanning for all ships.
There's some activity going on here. Select enemy. Speed 5 clicks.
Roger.
No one behind. Next enemy. Next enemy. I should put size 5s on this actually, no. See how big it is, look on this.
Yeah.
And that's rest stop number 1. There's a couple of bad people in here. And they won't think twice. If I had size 5's guns on this now, I could just blow them up. And that's where the remote town would come in, because those can actually hold size 5's now, you see.
Yeah.
Speed 2 clicks.
Roger.
Seems like there's no turbulence here. Speed 3 clicks.
Roger.
Speed 4 clicks.
Roger.
speed.
Roger.
Okay, where next? Rest stop 2?
What?
Rest stop 2?
Yeah?
Let's see if we can find it. I can't see it. I see rest stop 1. You know what? Let's go to L5. Let's see what they've got there. Point of interest.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive activated.
I do need to turn down the streaming on this. I think that's the only thing that's left now. You know what? I'm going to see if I can do it within the program. I haven't done 10 megabits in a long time. Let me see. I'm going to turn it down a bit.
Yeah, okay.
1 second. I won't know what this quality is like until tomorrow though. OBS. Settings. Right, here we go. should be here. No, it's not that. Why not there? I think I've actually got to do this offline. It should be here. I have to read up on that and find out where it is. It's either output or stream. No, it's not stream. It's got something to do with these here. Oh, okay. When did I reach here? Oh no, I crashed into, and it put me right back. Activate systems. Activate morbid glass. was going to L5. Right down here. Point of interest.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive activated.
Well, all that's left now is for me to turn down the bandwidth on the internet, and then that's half the work done. Breathe on the ship still, let me check. Oxygen's good. Now is that because I crashed? I didn't check it when I landed on PO. I think I'll nickname it Papa Oscar.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. Alpha Romeo Charlie Lima 5. Divert power to the thrusters. Divert power to the engines. We're almost there. That's the only. Oh, I can't. No, I can't get out of the seat. If I get out of the seat, I lose the hood. The marker. I shall call it satellite. See what's going to happen now? I'm going to come out of warp and it's going to crash again. It should have actually.
Quantum drive deactivated.
Full speed.
Roger.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Point of interest.
Activating.
Activate main engines.
Roger.
I bet it's behind that rock. Point of interest.
Activating.
Point of interest.
Activating. Roger.
Case some asteroids come out from nowhere. Yeah, visual line of sight in 2 ticks. Speed 1/3.
Roger.
Speed 5 clicks.
Roger.
Activate thrusters.
Roger.
There's nothing here. I've just burnt all this fuel, there's nothing here. Yeah, right. I come all this way and there's nothing here. In the background.
As Octavia is in the cockpit, observing the stars, she makes a comment to Zira.
Zyra, look how peaceful the atmosphere is. And the beautiful view of the stars and planets.
Yes, it is a beautiful sight. But how would you know that? You're always on your back.
Zyra, you can be such a bitch sometimes.
Pepper says, come on you two, play nicely, and get back to work. They both reply.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, Commander. Check in all systems. Resetting systems power. Checking modulating shields.
Refreshing shields. Shields at full strength.
Resetting shields.
Tell me about the ship's crew.
In 3.6 you have Chief Fleet Commander Pepper. Commander Pepper's role is Chief Science Officer in Shield Modulation Technology. And also he is Fleet Organizer in Defense and Strategy, and also Chief Commander of his crew. And then you have Chief Administrator Little Miss. Little Miss is in charge of all logistics operations. Her job is to make sure the ship and crew has all the supplies it needs for their missions. Then you have Fleet Commander Dotfer. Commander Dotfer is Chief of Tactical Security and Navigations. And also takes part in ground reconnaissance and ship's gunner. And he is also Commander Pepper's number 1. You then have Commander C. Seeker. Commander C. Seeker is in charge of tactical formation flying. And also takes part in ground reconnaissance and ship's gunner. We also have Captain Jodet. Captain Jodet is the logistics officer helping in ship supplies. And also takes part in ground transportation and ship's gunner. We have Captain Myson Pass in charge of search and rescue and all land vehicles. And also takes part as ship's gunner. Soon to become a medical officer and also in charge of all medical operations. And last but not least we have Captain Infinite Matt. Captain Infinite Matt is a freelancer. Gathering secret information. And also takes part in ground reconnaissance and ship's gunner.
That sounded absolutely brilliant.
It's getting better, still needs tuning. What I want to do a clip on shields and how they work. You know what I mean, and why they are so important, and how they make the ship a lot stronger than the average ships. Tell me about the shields.
Shields are an iconic part of science fiction drama. If there's a spaceship involved, chances are that shields are involved. Whether someone is redirecting power to the forward shield or reporting to their commanding officer that shields are seconds away from failing, their existence has become an unquestioned piece of standard equipment in future worlds. In space game design, shields serve another purpose. In their earliest iterations, like the original Wing Commander, shields were a way to alter gameplay significantly from traditional air combat encounters. Players could engage the enemy safe in the knowledge that there was a regenerative buffer should they suffer damage, meaning that head-on attacks and other maneuvers were suddenly more of a viable option. Privateer was Chris Roberts' first game to feature shield management. As space sims grew up, they adopted varying systems of shield management. Players could live their own microcosm of Star Trek's "she needs more power" moments by changing how much energy went to individual systems, typically shields, engines and weapons. Shield management is the perfect distillation of the high-stakes strategy and anticipation of space combat, gambling your life and your crew on the next move your opponent will make. There's a lot going on in those tense moments, weighing resources against reality to squeeze out those few extra moments that can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Which is to say, shield management is a pretty important thing to get right in Star Citizen. As we hope to go deeper into a science fiction world than ever before attempted in gaming, we know we need a comprehensive shield system that goes beyond shields up versus shields down. It's an incredibly important thing to get right, and the task ahead of the design team is to define all the little pieces that will begin to add up to those memorable moments. Today, shield and power management in Arena Commander may seem simplistic, but it's going to get much, much more interesting. In Star Citizen, shields react uniquely depending on the kinds of forces they are deflecting, with energy weapons being absorbed entirely, chipping away faster at the health of the shields, or with ballistic weapons simply being slowed to weaken the impact that does make it through, inflicting reduced but lasting damage. The higher power shields specialize by splitting that output among multiple faces, and by better deflecting splash damage, for example. Augmentation items can be used to push these effects even further, or to find a middle ground relative to the more standard shield setups. By bolstering the direct fire absorption of their all-purpose shield generator line, SEAL Corporation's Inc. Mark generator sacrifices some resistance to splash damage to allow a ship to better weather a focused attack. By bolstering the direct fire absorption of their all-purpose shield generator line, SEAL Corporation's Inc. Mark generator sacrifices some resistance to splash damage to allow a ship to better weather a focused attack. Focus on improving the splash damage absorption of their all-purpose shield generator line. SEAL Corporation's Inc. Splash Generator exchanges some protection from direct fire for extra strength against missiles. Focus on improving the splash damage absorption of their all-purpose shield generator line. SEAL Corporation's Inc. Splash Generator exchanges some protection from direct fire for extra strength against missiles. We've just completed the first round of variant shield generators, representing 2 variant styles with size 1 to 4 models available. When setting these generators up, we first roughed out a general set of variant styles to help set a baseline for how they'll perform in-game. After that, we brought in David and Will to help us sort out which of our component manufacturers would really be producing these kinds of equipment. Here are some of the high-level shield variations we've been thinking of. Not all of these are built out, but it serves as a reference point when helping to figure out who makes what. Military high damage, high recharge, high power use, high signal. Stealth low damage, low power use, low signal. Civilian everything's even. Racer low damage, rapid recharge. Industrial high damage, low recharge, low power use, high signal. Outlaw weird stuff, vampire shields, flux shields, etc. Next, manufacturers were assigned to the high-level ideas. Military Gorgon Defender Industries. Stealth Ascension Astro, or Lightning Power Limited. Civilian Seal Corp, average, boring, high-end. Racer Yorm. Industrial Basilisk. Outlaw Sternin Katsun.
Activating.
Engage jump drive.
Activating.
Quantum drive activated.
This is what happens when you get out the drive, out the sea. When I get back in 5 minutes, I won't be able to select the HUD. I can actually breathe on the ship, so I don't really need to worry about that. I need to buy new Sibby clothes. Got to wait now. Okay. Okay. Now that wasn't supposed to happen. Now what caused that? I'm sure I checked all this yesterday. I'm sure I checked all this yesterday. I did check it. Anyway, let's spawn this ship and take time out. I did check it. I think it's because I took off on PO. Let's get this ship ready for my next take later on.